助けてほしいかナナミ。心を燃やせ。限界を超えろ。
Hello and welcome to More Than Headlines, your weekly anime news podcast powered by Audio Technica, made by Australians for global citizens. I'm your extremely humble host, Brendan White, aka the Salt and Pepper Senpai, and joining me in the studio, my trusted co-host and rival, the yaw to my nightfall, Mrs. Courtney Smith. How the bloody hell are ya?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing good. We are now officially in November. We've got 2 months left of the year, which is freaking insane, but the sun's shining, the birds are singing, and the anime is playing.
2 months left of the year means there's 2 months left of this season, which is, it's already gone so quickly.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like I was sort of taking stock on a few this season's runs at the moment. I'm like, oh, episode 5's already out for some of these. I'm like, we're nearly at the halfway mark. It's exciting, but also sad knowing that we're going to say goodbye to some of these characters for a short period of time coming up as well.
I just seriously can't believe how quickly I feel this year has flown past. But I'm excited for Christmas.
Yeah, and as they say, Courtney, time flies when you're having fun, and it has been a year full of fun and highlights for both of us, I dare say.
Yes, but let's talk about a weird highlight from this week's news.
Okay. Yeah, let's just lead this off as we always do with this sexy drop.
You like the news?
Because that drop makes me feel alive, Courtney.
I just got so excited to talk about this, I forgot about the drop.
That's okay. I understand too, because this is some news that we didn't really expect we'd maybe ever be talking about here on MTH. In some slightly strange news, the Vatican has unveiled its new mascot named Luce, which means light in Italian. Now, dear listeners, you might be wondering why we're covering this news on the show. Well, it's because Luce looks like an anime character. You heard that right. The Vatican's new mascot is, in fact, an anime character.
Luce has been unveiled as the mascot for the 2025 Jubilee and was designed by the Italian co-founder of Tokidoki, a brand known for its references to Japan and Japanese pop culture. Archbishop Rino Fisichella, the Vatican's chief organizer for the Jubilee, described the mascot as part of the Vatican's goal to engage with pop culture so beloved by young people.
This is a choice, and
yeah.
I feel this is the best thing Catholicism has done since turning water into wine many, many, many moons ago. I do raise an eyebrow, though, on some of the art that they've shared where she's got, like, blood-covered gumboots.
Okay, I think it's mud, because I think she's supposed to be a shepherd. That's why she's got the, like, staff.
The staff?
Yeah, I think she's a shepherd, and she's, like, got her little, like, raincoat, and it's like muddy. I don't know if like shepherds walk in mud a lot, but I think that's what it is.
Okay, that makes sense. I thought it might have been like blood of the heretics that they're stomping on, the non-believers, like Luce just beating them down with that staff and then a couple of head stomps.
Look, some of the fan art that I've seen of Luce, like I wouldn't be surprised if that was the take. Like some people have really gone wild with the fan art for this character.
Yeah, I had a quick little peek before this after you mentioned it. I haven't seen anything too crazy yet, but I will go down this Luce-sized rabbit hole after this episode and see what kind of nonsense I can uncover, because I'm sure people out on the internet have done some very heinous things with this mascot already.
In all honesty, though, the Vatican getting an anime mascot was not on my 2024 bingo card. I don't think I ever would have seen this coming, like in any timeline. Like it just, when I first saw the picture of the Pope with the little Luce figurine, I was like, this is fake. This is AI generated.
Yeah, I thought exactly the same. I thought someone was on Midjourney saying anime character with the Pope,
Literally.
Convert please. But no, it's legit. It's real. And I do love that anime and God are uniting to help carry us through the tough times. So praise be to our anime gods, and more of these weird, unique collaborations, please and thank you.
With the power of God and anime on our side, Brendan, we can do anything.
Praise be.
Amen.
All right, what else we got?
In some sadder news, Anime art director Ryou Kouno has passed away. She died suddenly on October 23 of suspected gastrointestinal bleeding. She was the art director for all 3 seasons of Mob Psycho 100, Devilman Crybaby, Paranoia Agent, and Space Dandy, among other popular shows.
She also worked as a background artist on many anime films, including Perfect Blue and the Psycho Pass movie. Her work had a massive impact on the anime industry, and it's sad to see yet another powerhouse of art pass way too soon.
Rest in peace, Kouno-san.
Genuinely tragic news for one of the industry's best. Her fingerprints are all over some of the most visually distinctive IP in anime, and her vision and talent will surely be missed. So thoughts and prayers out to the broader family.
Yeah, it's been such a huge year for losses in the anime industry like this. And I think it's definitely obviously Kouno-san was a lot younger, but a lot of the other deaths that we've seen have been from older people dying of natural causes. And I think growing up with the things that they've created and been a part of, you never realize how much of an impact it has on you. 100%.
And it just goes to show that we are quite often in the darkest timeline because, Trump survives many an assassination attempt, and then we see good, fantastic people like this dropping like flies. So, anime gods, please unite and fix this timeline for us.
Yeah, the Vatican. Luce!
Yeah, Luce! Praise be Luce.
Save us.
All right, let's end on a much more positive note. Crunchyroll is now available on Amazon Prime Video here in Australia. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can add on a Crunchyroll subscription and have access to the streaming service's full library.
So it still costs the same amount of money as a regular Crunchyroll subscription, but being able to have all of your subscriptions in one place may make things a little bit easier to manage. If you don't have a subscription yet, you'll be paying $10.99 Australian per month after a 7-day free trial for the fan level sub. This gives you access to the full library of anime that Crunchyroll has available. But if you want, you can join the Mega Fan level subscription, which costs $13.99 Australian dollars per month after a 7-day free trial and gives access to offline downloads, discounts in the Crunchyroll store, and access to the Crunchyroll Game Vault.
I am a card-carrying Mega Fan. Are you also a card-carrying Mega Fan, Mrs. Smith?
So I wasn't, and then I tried to download some stuff for a plane ride and realized I wasn't, and have now upgraded to Mega Fan.
Yeah, it's the best perk of that sort of subscription level because, I had a couple of long haul flights this past week, and having my library on command, on demand there while I was up in the air with no internet was a godsend. So, very happy for that. But on a personal note, I feel this is quite the convenience for me potentially because I need to sort of look into the semantics of this Crunchyroll Amazon Prime subscription collab here because my downstairs television, I've got a wall-mounted TV in the lounge room. It's nice and comfy couch. I love sitting down, cuddling with the boys, watching there, but it doesn't have access to the Crunchyroll app. Yes, I could buy an Apple TV because I've got an Apple TV up here and it's the best. And maybe I could, but this is going to save me a couple $100 dues because I can hopefully just maybe fold my existing Crunchyroll account into Amazon Prime. That's the thing I need to work out. Can you just log in with your existing and it just has that there as a singular hub? Or do you need to sign up fresh through Amazon Prime? So if you have to sign up fresh, then boo you and I'm not going to be happy. But if I can just log in and get all my existing watch lists and history there available downstairs, I'm going to be a very happy boy because at the moment I'm having to cast from another device or navigate the web browser, which is not a good time.
Surely you can, I would think that you can just put your account into Amazon Prime.
You'd think so.
For that convenience, yeah. For me, look, it's great in terms of accessibility. I think especially people who they have Amazon Prime and, they don't have Crunchyroll and they want to get into anime, I think kind of just having it there is quite convenient. And it's the Foxtel setup, right? Where you have all your subscriptions in one big service and you kind of pay for that. But I already have Amazon Prime and Crunchyroll separately, and unlike you, I don't have the issue of having my wall-mounted TV, because I have my PlayStation in the lounge room, which has the Crunchyroll app on it. So I don't feel the need to sign up through this kind of model. But in terms of accessibility and, of course, for Brendan's bougie viewing experience, this is a great development.
And don't be hating on the bougie life. Like, bougie life is good life. Thank you very much.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying you have it, which is nice.
And it is nice. And I'm happy that now my biggest bugbear was where I'm like, oh, I want to watch Crunchy, or I want to watch anime outside of things on the Netflix app or something. I'd have to, woe is me, come upstairs and watch it on this giant telly beside me in the studio. But I just like the comfy couch, because in here I'm just sitting on like a big beanbag with the boys.
Yeah.
It's just comfy, but it's not the same.
No, it's not. Like, even so for me, the three places I can watch anime are obviously in my lounge room with the big comfy couch, here at my desk, which is fine. I have my comfy Secret Lab chair, hashtag not sponsored.
Not yet.
Not yet. Look, when those footrests come out, I will be living the dream. I'm going to immediately get one of those footrests and like lay down watching anime at my desk.
It sounds nice. And like, I will admit, I've got a big beanbag up here that I'll just fall into, and then the boys will cuddle up with me. But then it's like trying to watch all three of us get out of this giant beanbag to get up afterwards. It's not a pretty sight. It's very like Australia's Funniest Home Videos type of clip, because we're all like just turtles on our back going, help me, I can't get out. Like, I'm stuck in the beans.
Stuck in the beans.
The beans.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I would love to see that, to be honest.
I'll see what I can do next time. I'll film a little outtake for everybody.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Let's get into the rapid fire news, though. There wasn't much in terms of rapid fire news this week, but still presented by Otaku Box, the only anime box of scale figures, voting, and ecchi. First up, the Oshi no Ko manga will end in 2 chapters. Which, are you caught up with the manga?
I'm caught up. The third last chapter. I can't think of the more clever word to describe it than that, because the penultimate's obviously the second last. The tri-ultimate, I don't know.
Penultimate?
Penultimate? Double penultimate? Oh, penultimate. I read that chapter this past week, and like this manga, like I've sort of said it a few times on the pod now, like it goes some places after this second season, and the emotional trauma that the characters and I too am feeling via these characters is immense. So I'm looking forward to seeing this story wrap up, because I feel like I'm ready for it to end. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. Like, it's fantastic storytelling. It's checking all the boxes for me. But man, just the heartstrings cannot be pulled on anymore, Courtney. I am feeling very vulnerable and very weak, but I'm also very happy that I've sort of taken this journey. We've only got two more chapters to go.
So I was kind of reading around like on the forums on both my Anime List and Anime News Network for this news basically, and everyone for the most part is actually really happy that it's ending, because they feel, quoted, not by me, but they feel that there's been a bit of a declining quality of the story, that it has kind of dragged on for too long. So hearing you kind of have similar feelings, like you're ready for it to, kind of be put to bed, this is obviously a very positive piece of news.
Yeah, and I can't wait. Like, I think just processing it in my head internally, I reckon if we keep up to date and the anime keeps getting renewed, I reckon we might get a 5-season run based off where we're at. So,
okay.
Maybe 4. If they extend maybe the episode counts out beyond 12 for a few here or there. Yeah. But I think we're at least getting a couple more seasons at a minimum.
Yeah, we're obviously definitely getting season 3. So yeah, I'll be interested to see where they go from here, obviously being an anime only. But we have some more news, which is about some anime announcements. So first of all, the manga Kaya-chan Isn't Scary is getting an anime. Now, this manga is kind of like Dark Gathering, but instead of like magic and occult powers, this kindergarten child is just like really strong. Like One Punch Man, like physical, but like exorcism from what I've heard.
Fun. It sounds fun. Like I saw a couple of just like the key art for the anime announcement looks cute. And yeah, the character like Kaya-chan, she looks just like the younger version of one of the lead, like one of the MCs from Dark Gathering. Like without the crazy eyes, that's the only thing that's missing is the crazy eyes. So I wasn't sure if it was maybe at first set in that same world, but like the manga sounds interesting. The story sounds fun. And I'm going to be checking this out when it comes out next year for sure.
Apparently it's like quite horror coded as well, which is kind of exciting because I feel like we don't get a lot of really like horror manga, like scary horror manga and series. I feel like Dark Gathering was really scary, so I think having something kind of in that same vein will be really fun.
Yeah, I'll try and read a couple of chapters of this over the next few weeks and get a bit of a temperature check because I think we are starved with good, in parentheses, true horror a lot of the time. So if that can sort of execute that formula here with Kaya-chan, then hell yeah.
And the other big announcement that we have, I am very excited for. So I'm excited, but I'm also not excited because a series called The Other World's Books Depend on the Bean Counter is getting an anime adaptation. Now, this series is a BL series. Yes, 2 thumbs up from me, but it's also an isekai. Are
you a little torn with that? Like, I know the BL stuff, obviously, yes, double thumbs, double check marks, all that stuff. But I know you've got a little bit of isekai fatigue. But, people are all about it. Like, there's apparently 1.4 million copies of this series that's out in print. So people are very, very happy and keen for this franchise. The title of it made me laugh. You don't often see the term bean counter thrown out in any sort of title at the moment. And I'm all for it. And that with isekai, like, I'm keen. I'll be checking it out for sure. Yeah,
definitely. I'm excited. I'm hoping it doesn't kind of go into that like battle anime isekai vibe, which is usually my only problem with kind of isekai and fantasy is when it goes into the battles. But I'm hoping it really focuses on the BL, which maybe is like selfish of me. Because we should be able to have LGBT anime without just romance, but it's all I care about.
Yeah, and that's fair. But like just reading the synopses, like Kondu is this character that's getting isekai'd, and I'm assuming he's going to use his bean counting mathematical wits to probably try and avoid as much combat and battle as possible. So I reckon it's going to be funny. It's going to be cute. It's going to be awkward, and hopefully it's going to be very heartwarming too. The character models, like they're good looking boys. So if the animation sort of translates to that quality, it's going to be a good watch visually at the very least.
Yeah. And so the sad thing with this is when I saw this announcement, I was really excited. But of course, I saw it on Twitter. And of course, there are a lot of people with some unsavory opinions on Twitter. And I was kind of sifting through the comments, and there was a lot of people being like, don't care, not going to watch it. Why does it have to be gay? I'm like, it's not for you. It's for the girlies. Shush.
For the girlies and some of the non-girlies.
Yes. God. Oh. Anyway.
If you got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Like, that's an age-old saying that, is universal and eternal. So just keep that in mind, people.
Yes, yes. I'm sure it's not our wonderful viewers and listeners.
No, we've got a great community here. So anyone else out there that's got those things to say, get to stepping.
Yeah. But can we talk about what we've been consuming this week?
We can indeed. Did you want to start us off? Because I know exactly where you're going here, and I am happy to talk about this anime and this world until I run out of breath.
Okay, we'll do it first, because even though I would love to say it for last, I'm just too excited. So Dandadan episode 5 came out on Thursday night. I watched it Friday lunchtime. We finally get to meet the Maneki Neko that we've seen all over the opening and ending credits. I love it so much. And of course, I am extremely grateful that Okarun is keeping his powers for now. But we'll see.
It was so good. Again, this is like, I know we're only 5 episodes in, but it's my number 1 anime of 2024. Like, I'm saying that with a bullet. I know where the story goes. The animation quality is not going to dip. I saw some rumors the other day too that season 2 is coming out in July next year. I don't know if there's much sort of weight to that rumor, but like, I think based off the success of this, it's probably true because it's like the second most streamed thing on Netflix the last couple of weeks. So people are hungry for Dandadan. And this 5th episode was great. We did sort of get a little bit more of a step back from the occult and the supernatural and the aliens, and just had a bit more like day-to-day high school life and the awkwardness that Okarun has to deal with. And I just love the constant ships in the night that was happening in this 5th episode, where Momo and Ken, they just want to see each other, they just want to talk to each other, you know, they want to talk about ghosts and aliens and life, and they just couldn't sort of sync up. And then they have their first, you know, pseudo kiss in a way where they clang teeth, which is also one of my favorite sort of early panels from the manga, and it's perfectly translated to the anime so well. Yeah, seeing the little how the money cat came to be, fantastic. I've been patiently waiting for that sort of penny to drop the last few episodes without people that didn't know actually, you know, what makes this little cat sentient, and don't want to sort of spoil that, but it's great. And then also getting introduced to one of our other sort of like secondary main characters, with Aira getting a little bit of airtime at the end. And you can already see she's the popular girl who's a bit of a bitch, and Momo ain't having none of that. Like, I'm going to avoid spoiling too much here, but I'm excited that we get her introduction, and it felt like they converted her perfectly from panel to screen with that too, because her mannerisms and her tone was exactly how I thought it was going to come out vocally and visually. And it's so good. I love this world so much, Courtney.
I really liked the way that this episode was focused more on the kind of day-to-day, like slice of life, like vibes. You know, they're at school. We have, you know, I love your like comparison of like ships in the night. That was really, really cute. Like, she's like, okay, he'll be in the cafeteria, and he's like, oh, she'll be at the school store. And then like they kind of switch, and it's just really wholesome and cute. And you can really, it just feels really real and grounded, and especially in a show about the occult and aliens and ghosts. So it was really, really nice.
So good. So good. And I love that like the broader world is sort of seeing this budding relationship or these feelings. Like, you see a couple of Momo's friends, they're like, oh, she's into him so much. And like, it's just the best. It is. If you're not watching Dandadan, go do it. I mean, we'll finish listening to this or watching this episode first, then go check it out, because yeah, it's ascending GOAT status for me. Like, I am obsessed.
Like you said, it's probably your favorite anime of the year. It's definitely 100% my favorite anime this year. Like, hands down, I'm loving it. I'm loving the kind of like emotional roller coaster that we're going on, even though it's not like a super emotional show. Like, it's not all in the feels all the time, but like, I feel like I can really relate to it in a way, which is really, really nice. I've also been enjoying Ranma 1/2, though. I've watched episode 3. It's just fun and lighthearted, and I think the charm of it lies in the fact that it is primarily episodic, kind of similar to Urusei Yatsura. It's really easy to watch, easy to digest, just a pleasant show all around.
Yeah, I'm with you. I watched episode 5 this morning because we get the Sunday drops with Ranma 1/2, and yeah, it's still really good. It's really enjoyable. Seeing what happened to Akane at the back end of episode 4, trying to avoid things, especially for you, Courtney, because you haven't watched it yet, so maybe don't read my show notes there too, because it does sort of mention some stuff that happens. But seeing her go from that, shifting into episode 5 and sort of trying to bounce back from this big moment, and also then seeing Ranma like sort of put his guard down a little bit and be like, you know what, I need to try and make her feel better. What can I do to help you? And like, I care for you and I want to make you smile and laugh. So it's nice to see some of the heart come through amongst the constant crazy fighting and, you know, cold/hot water transitions we're getting more often than not. And also we do find out in episode 5 why Ryoga has so much bloodlust and hatred towards Ranma, who gets introduced, and he's just, you know, trying to challenge him to a duel with his very heavy, evil umbrella of doom. So we get some understanding as to why he's got so much anger towards Ranma in episode 5. And we get a really, really cute and fun payoff with that in the midpoint of the episode and throughout to the rest. And like I said, Courtney, it's just a fun, easy watch. Like, that episodic storytelling works. The animation style is so fun and so distinctive this season as well. And there's some scenes with Ryoga where he's walking along a beach in this 5th episode and it's very like fever dreamy and like sort of like Miami Vice 1970s vibes. So when you get to it, like you see it stands out so much, and it's just a good time.
Yeah, I'm so excited to catch up. I've been trying really hard to like, I was saying last week or the week before that I've been watching like everything in order, obviously, but I'll watch like episode 1 of one thing, then episode 1 of the next, and I've been doing that. So now I'm getting up to the episode 3s of everything. So I'm getting there. I'm very excited is all I can say.
I love that.
Something that has been less exciting for me though is tying the knot with an Amagami sister. It's been pretty disappointing. It's become my hands-off anime of the season. I watched episode 3, and they do like the wedding meeting, or how do you call it, like a pre-marriage arrangement meeting, where they kind of go on like a date, and he goes on a date with all of the sisters, and it's just so cliche but so poorly done. Like, I don't mind a cliche if it's done well. It's just not done well.
I've got pretty much mirrored sentiment that you're feeling there. Like the first episode, it certainly hooked me. After episode 1, I'm like, oh, this is cute, it could be something fun. But yeah, the story quality just seems to be on a bit of a steep decline, and I'm finding myself less and less enthused as far as what might happen with this story. And then even like, yes, there is some comedy and some whimsicalness to this whole prearranged wedding thing, but they just constantly gloss over that the youngest daughter that he could be marrying is like 13, and he's like 19 years old or something. Like, there's age gaps between the 3 sisters, obviously, because, they're not triplets or something. But yeah, the youngest one, like, she's tiny. Like, that's stranger danger territory, and it's just never acknowledged in this anime. And even though it is gorgeous visually and the voice work in the sub's great, the dub's a little lacking, if I'm being completely honest. I listened back to some of the dub stuff, and it was a tough slud. But yeah, I'm just struggling because I thought this was going to be a good one. I thought it was going to be nice.
I think something I would love to see from this show, and something that I feel would make it good, is him being with the older sister, or like him deepening his relationship with the older sister. I think I know it won't happen, but there could be something really, really special there. And then kind of seeing how the 2 younger sisters navigate that, because obviously like they feel like, potentially they could be the ones marrying him. But if we really focus in on the relationship between him and the older sister, I feel like it could really go somewhere nice.
Yeah, I think so. And there was some nice moments in these sort of most recent episodes where we're learning about like, the pseudo orphanage that he grew up in, and how he was always helping the other kids, and the young woman that's sort of running the orphanage who's had his back, and he's always just been there for everybody. So there is some nice character development. But yeah, I think the sooner we get away from the love quadrangle here and maybe just focus on this is the way to go, the better, because it would get rid of so much awkwardness and unnecessary moments and fan servicey stuff that's going on.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I feel like if you want a good version of this show, watch Ranma 1/2. Like, that's basically it. Just watch that. Like, that one has sisters. They're cute and wholesome. But I also finished After School Hanako-kun Part 2. So each episode of that is 10 minutes long, and it's 4 episodes. And so Part 1 obviously had the same thing. I had 4 10-minute episodes. Really, really cute, really, really fun. Part 2, exact same thing. Just cute, fun. It feels like a fan fiction of Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, and I think that's why I like it so much, is it kind of just has these like alternate universe short stories that are there for fun. Like, it's not to be taken too seriously. It probably is canon. I'm unsure, but if it was, it doesn't matter.
I like the sounds of that. Like, it's nice that it feels fresh and familiar at the same time by the description you've sort of just provided there. I don't think I'm going to check this out anytime soon. I'm just going to live through you and that positive review, but I'm happy for this world to sort of return to form. So I remember that Part 1 for After School was a little, how you going?
I really liked it. I understand that maybe people kind of wanted more from it, but I don't know. I think I really just appreciated being in the world of Hanako-kun. Like, I really I really like it. Like, I love the, the spider teacher who has the tired eyes and smokes and lives in the library. And, all the characters are really just cute. The art style is really cute. The music is cute. The voice acting is phenomenal. I will never, ever get over the voice acting in this show. And it's just good. It's a good time.
That's what we need. That's all we're here for in life, is right? It's a good time.
And spooky for Halloween.
Yeah, very, very thematically accurate.
And the last thing that I want to bring up is I caught up on My Hero Academia, finally finished season 7. That last episode, this is, I think, probably the 3rd or 4th time this show has made me cry in this season alone. Not as much as the last time I cried, but this is like the second most intense episode, I think. I have a lot of emotions to unpack now.
Those last couple episodes, especially the scenes with Uraraka and Toga, like,
God,
it was so beautiful, but obviously to the point of heartbreaking with what's playing out. But just the exchange between those two girls and the emotion that they're both showing, but then also, there's still a battle for humanity taking place all around them. So getting feedback and thoughts from other characters on both sides of the heroes and villain camps as this fight's playing out really added to that weight, I felt. And yeah, it fucked me up big time. I was bawling my eyes out in that sort of exchange with Toga and Uraraka especially. But then in the finale, like, trying to avoid what happens there, but oh my goodness gracious, it was also just an emotional sledgehammer going right for my head and my heart, because there was some big heroic declaration based moments that played out with certain characters, and it really set the table for this final 8th season that comes out next year. Like, where the stakes are at, and where we're going to be like thrown into straight away with the way that this season ended. And yeah, I'm so hyped.
I love women, and I love it when girls are friends and they love each other and they understand what it is to be a woman. And I feel like, there's been a lot of things said about the way the mangaka writes her women in this series. But I think, and I don't know if this kind of conversation between Toga and Ochako was like in the manga or if this was an anime only scene, but it was really, really well done and I love it so much. And I think, if you, like me, are someone who prefers to watch anime for those more emotional moments, like, the payoff really is worth it. Like, for all of the battles and all of the fights and all of the like really shonen-y-ness there is to this shonen anime, I think those really emotional parts do pay off and do make it worth it.
I completely agree. Like, I've been preaching about how great season 7's been, and I feel that they're just constantly building on the seasons prior and sort of somehow elevating this story and this content. And the way this season wrapped up was like not making me pause to think, it's not as good as it was season 6 or 5. Like, it feels like it's just getting better and better and tonally more mature, which I think goes perfectly with the characters and with the reader and with the viewer as well. And yeah, just those lines where she's smiling and she's like, "Am I beautiful?" and whatever. Like, oh my goodness, like, that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't yet seen that episode or that chapter in the manga. But yeah, my heart was exploding all over this studio as I was watching it on the beanbag with the boys.
I was on the couch bawling my eyes out, freaking bawling. Like, their conversation was just so real. I was like, this, My Hero's for the girls. That's it.
And some others too.
But
stop taking all these anime away from me, Courtney.
What have you been watching?
Well, I've been watching a lot of anime for the boys, Courtney. No, I've been watching anime for everybody because you know what? Sharing is caring, and we don't want to gatekeep around here. Gatekeeping's not good, Courtney.
Okay.
But I'm just going to do some quick episodic highlights and thoughts. First and foremost, Blue Box. Watched episode 5, Aquarium, on Friday night as I was flying home from Perth from work. And I did appreciate that this episode was a bit of a slowdown. The episodes prior to that, it was a little bit more fast-paced and focusing on the badminton and the basketball and just the physical sportiness. So this was a bit of a step back because Taiki and Chinatsu go on a date to the aquarium, or, well, is it a date? Is it a friendship hang? Whatever it is. So there's that sort of awkward psychoanalyzing that you're seeing Taiki deal with the whole time, where he's like, is this a date? Why is she reacting that way? What does that mean? What's that context? So watching him overanalyze, which is something that I can relate to 1 million billion trillion % in life, and especially in love. So I feel that Taiki and I are sort of spirit animals in a lot of ways in this anime or in this manga. But it was just a really nice slow down episode, allowed us to catch our breath, learn more about Taiki and Chi. And I got a little bit emotional on the plane, and there was a big muscly guy beside me that was side-eye judging me as I'm wiping tears out of my eyes at 40,000 feet. But fuck that guy, because he took both armrests and most of the leg room. Like, he was a monster. He was built like 2 fridges, so I couldn't really tell him to get out of the way, and he probably couldn't if he wanted to, because he was so large. But here I am crying to Blue Box on Friday night, and it did end on a bit of a cliffhanger with Hina and what's going to happen there, or she's starting to be a bit more privy to what's going on. So it's like, ooh, like big drama for episode 6 to come next week.
So I watched episode 3 yesterday, and just the moment where Taiki finds out that the whole class calls her Chi and it's not just a pet name, I felt so relieved for him. I was like, oh, you got this.
Yeah.
It's not about the popular hot guy in the badminton club. It's about you.
Yeah,
It's
poor
fine.
little mate was brooding for so long, and I was right there with him. Like, I know I would have felt exactly the same. I'm like, why are you calling my beloved Chi? Well, I cannot. I call her, Chinatsu senpai or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being a little bit more structured and respectful. Where you're on sort of shorthand, like nickname form with her, like, please explain. But it's so good. It's my number 2 anime of the season so far. I'm loving it. I can't get enough of it. I've been like reading the manga in parallel, and I'm way beyond. But my heart is just overflowing with Blue Box greatness, and yeah, it needs to be checked out. Anyone that loves love, give this a peek.
It's so cute.
It is cute. I also caught up with Blue Lock season 2 this past week. It's sort of in my sort of metric of, bad, good, bad, mid, good, or great. It's sort of in the good to sometimes great for me this week, or the past 2 weeks. I watched episode 27, episode 28. It was a bit of a mixed bag because there were some really, really cool moments, and the character models look great when you're seeing these close up and mid shots. But when they zoom out to the sort of soccer play on the pitch, and you get the digital copy paste almost of the character models running down the pitch, all looking exactly the same, it really, really breaks the immersion and the enthusiasm for me. And I don't understand how it can look so great in these high leverage, high emotional moment based situations, and then they go to the overview shots, and that's where the production quality and the budget's gone to shit. We've seen on the internet this week that apparently the deadlines that 8-bit have been getting pushed towards to meet are very impossible and not fair on the staff. So I get it, but man, like, just if it needs a bit more time in the oven, just let it cook, because this franchise is huge and it's on the ascension, and things like this I worry will derail it and sort of knock it back a bit, because the story's cool. Episode 28, especially for me, where we get a little bit more focus back on Ryou and watching him sort of try and ascend and adapt to try and get back up to Nagi's level. And he sort of takes on this new playstyle, which is called Chameleon. So that was kind of cool. And there were some awesome moments between characters, but yeah, just these overall like wide angle shots where you're seeing the players pass the ball around and whatnot. It just sucks, Courtney. It's so rough to watch, and it really pisses me off.
So I watched episode 27 literally just before we started recording, and you're so right. Like, you can see where all the budget is, and it's on those like gorgeous close-up shots. Like, that's what they're taking their time with, and I'm so glad they are. Like, I'm really, really grateful for that. But it is hard to watch when it zooms out. The way I'm kind of moving past that dip in quality is by remembering how great it is when they spend a long time drawing the abs. That's all that matters to me.
That's true. And like there is many a hot football boy to be seen in Blue Lock season 2. So each one of those abs, because a lot of them have far more than just a 6-pack. They've got like 20 packs. So the amount of time that would go into drawing those additional 14 abs, I get it. You got to put your money where your mouth is, and that's where most people's mouths want to be, on those abs. So I get it.
I'm not gonna add anything more.
Okay, I'll quickly mention a couple more before we look to close this episode down. I've caught up to date with Negative Positive Angler. Still great. Still feeling very cozy watching this one. It's like you sort of said your hands off or your hands free anime earlier. It's like that vibe, but yet I'm fully immersed because it's just cruisy. They're just chilling. They're fishing. They're having a joke. They're dealing with some real life dramas, but it's just a good time. And it was nice to see Sasaki in these most recent episodes finally let his walls down, because he's very much in this anime. When shit hits the fan, he's gone. He's just like fight or flight. He is flying every single time. Anytime there's badness, out of here. Seeing friends from uni, out of here. Seeing the debt collectors, seeing this. But in this one, he finally sort of decided to take a step back and embrace this new group that he's got and embrace this, fishing lifestyle. And now he's working at this mini mart that also acts as like a pseudo fishing store, and all the fishermen friends work there too. And it's just really nice to see. And there's a lot of different dynamics and characters they're sort of fleshing out these last few episodes. And yeah, it's just comfortable for me. God, I love fishing.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I really am. Something else I wasn't enjoying at first, to be completely honest. I checked out Nina the Starry Bride because I've seen a lot of positive chatter about this on the socials. So I'm like, all right, I'll give it a peek. It wasn't on my radar. Let's see. First episode, a little bit iffy, but episode 2 and 3 really, really grabbed me, Courtney. I don't know if I was feeling a little delicate and sensitive at the time. Actually, I feel like that all the time, if I'm being fully honest. So my sensitivity levels were at an all-time high maybe when I was watching episode 2 and 3 of Nina the Starry Bride, and the romance and the will they, won't they, and the love in these two characters' eyes was dialed up to 7,000. I'm like, fuck it, I'm in. I want to see you two succeed. Handsome yellow-eyed boy and Nina with your beautiful blue eyes, make some beautiful babies and save the world. And yeah, I'm invested now. I'm invested.
Okay. I'm curious to see how the rest of it plays out, because this show does not really look appealing to me. And I've done the terrible thing of going on my anime list and looking at the score, and listeners and viewers, it's not great so far.
Boy.
But we'll take your word for it, Brendan. Please continue.
Yeah, I'm not saying like rush out and go watch it immediately, but episode 1, I was really struggling to care about much that was going on. But episode 2 and 3, there's just big love on display. There's big, the moment, like you can feel the love between these two characters just building scene by scene. So it feels like it's going to crescendo. Will it crash horribly or successfully? I don't know, but I'm going to keep watching. It's not like in my top 10 or anything for the season so far, but like the big love that got me in episodes 2 and 3 while I was, semi-comatose by pizza overconsumption on a Wednesday night, it really hit where I need it to. And it was cute. It was fun.
So that's why you were feeling sensitive and delicate, because you had eaten too much pizza. Pizza.
Yeah. Too much New York style pizza and too many garlic knots and a couple of mozzarella. Like, it was not a good time. I think I'm still blocked up from Wednesday. But anyway, let's move on. The last one that I wanted to highlight, I'm fully up to date as well with Shangri-La Frontier. I watched episode 27 and 28, the second and third episodes of season 2. Fantastic. And consistency-wise, I was sort of reflecting on this again today. Shangri-La Frontier, I think it's one of the best in the business of the last 12 months, because the animation is such a high standard. The soundtrack is at such a high standard. The openings, the endings are fantastic, just toe tap and metal bangers. The story is great. The voice work, whether it be sub or dub, is great. And I just love this world that they're building. And the world build has happened so far in these second and third episodes. Really enjoying that we're sort of shifting away from traditional fantasy and sort of dipping a toe potentially into sci-fi and mecha, where I'm like, fuck, how's this going to coexist? But it's working somehow. And then sort of seeing this evolution of the Wolfgang Guild, as they're called now, which is, Sanraku, Pensagon, and Oitkatsu. Just seeing these three now start to get a bit of global renown after taking down one of these mythical beasts. Everyone wants to know their name and who they are and how they got there. So we're starting to see like the Law Guild come in, who are just like librarians that just want to know the lore of the world, and like the Combat Guild and this and that and this. Like, so we're seeing all this world building and character development and new characters getting introduced very often in these first 3 episodes, but it doesn't feel overwhelming. Like, it all just slots in very easily, and it's just a fun time. Like, I love it. It's one of the best, like, isekai in parentheses, because it is just they're going into the video game. They can take the headset off any old time, but it is one of the best fantasy video game anime out that I've watched in so long, Courtney.
I need to get on it. It's one of those ones that I'm like, I know I want to watch it because I know how loved it is. It's just a matter of finding the time. Maybe in 10 years.
Maybe. And there's a cheeky little like will they won't they romance that's like hinted at too. Like, there's been no real development in the first 2 seasons, minor spoilers, but 2 of the characters from the real world, like I'm blanking on the girl's name, she's like crushing hard on Sunraku. So she's been playing all these games to try and meet him by chance in the game to build the relationship. So you see that cute, awkward sort of bumbling that she has to deal with at the same time when she does cross paths with Sunraku in the game. So that's like another little cool layer that they add to it, because, you know, we love here on MTH. And Shangri-La Frontier, double nices, double greats, double goods, double bangers, whatever you want to say. Like, it is just all the good stuff.
I love that.
Yeah. So that's me.
Slay.
Yeah. Well, Courtney, that brings us to the end of episode 22 of More Than Headlines. Anything you wanted to mention or shout out before we close this down for another week?
I streamed a horror game on Halloween night, and I got so scared that I made myself throw up.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Not on stream after, but
okay.
Yeah.
What were you playing that made you throw up?
The Mortuary Assistant.
Oh, yeah, that is some heebie-jeebies.
Like, and I don't normally play horror games, so I just randomly picked one, and I picked the wrong one.
Yeah, you went right into the deep end.
Yeah.
That one, I love horror, but I will admit it does scare me and make me unsettled, and that game certainly gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. Anyway, how about you?
I wanted to shout out that we're starting to gear up for the biddies. It's still a few weeks away, but we're going to open voting on December the 1st. So over the coming weeks, you'll start to see our short list that we're going to put together as far as the list of nominees that you'll then be able to vote on to decide, anime of the year, character of the year, et cetera, for 2024. So that will be available on the website. Obviously, links in the show notes there. But just wanted to let everyone be aware that the biddies are returning, and from December 1 through to December 31 you'll be able to cast your vote, and then we'll announce the winners at the back end of the year / the start of 2025.
Fun.
Oh yeah, who doesn't like awards? Who doesn't like celebrating like the industry's best? Mm-hmm. But other than that, you can celebrate us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, giving us those cheeky 5-star reviews, and we appreciate that to no end. If you are checking us out in video form, obviously YouTube and TikTok is the place to hunt those videos down too. We also accept ratings, reviews, subscriptions, comments, etc. Anything to keep us standing out in the big, juicy anime-related algorithm. So, if you can do that, it takes no time, costs you no money, and means the world to little guys like ourselves. You can head over to get the tastiest merchandise in the land over at morethanhentai.life, and you can join the Square Squad over there from the low price of $1 per month. $1. What else can you buy in this day and age for $1? Fucking nothing. Life is expensive. Cost of living is increasing. So we're doing yourselves all a little favor there, and you're practically making money. $1 per month to help keep those physical lights on here in the Segoy studio. But Courtney, that is it. So whether you're anime be subbed, dubbed, or still yet to come, enjoy yourself, and much love to all the gorgeous waifus and husbandos out there. Goodbye.
Mata ne.